7 Little Johnstons, why fans are sick of Liz and give Brice praise. 7 Little Johnstons fans are seeing what life is like for Liz Johnston and Brice Bolden in season 15 of the TLC family show now that Leighton Bolden is in the mix. However, the way many fans see it, they are sick of Liz and many feel for Brice. So, what are viewers saying? Even before baby Leighton Bolden was ever in the mix, viewers were never big fans of Liz Johnston. The way that many viewers see things, Liz is a younger version of her mother, and that is not meant as a compliment. As viewers know, Amber likes to control as many aspects of things as she possibly can, and that is a trait that Liz inherited from her mother. As viewers have also seen with this ongoing family feud with Anna Johnston, like her mother, Liz can be incredibly petty as well. When Leighton celebrated her first birthday, Liz claimed that Anna got an invite and decided not to show up. However, according to Anna, she went on to say that she never got an invite, and that if she had, she would have shown up. The one person that many 7 Little Johnstons fans feel is getting the short end of the stick out of this whole situation with Liz and baby Leighton is Brice Bolden. Not only does Brice deal with the pressure of being a first-time father, but he is also under a microscope, not just from Liz, but also from Amber. Another example is when the pair went out for a date night. While Brice wanted to let loose and blow off some steam, Liz refused to drink, adding that this was something they could only do once in a while, rather than every Friday night. The way fans see it, Brice is understandably overwhelmed in dealing with a lot, and having both Amber and Amber Jr. viewing you under a microscope cannot be an easy thing to deal with. With the way the new season of 7 Little Johnstons has gone so far, most fans feel for Brice and everything he has been dealing with. The pressure of being a new father would be a lot by itself. However, he is also having to deal with Liz, Amber, and fitting into the family. One commenter said, "They are very different. He's overwhelmed, clearly. It's never going to work. Liz is her mother's daughter and is always right. She will soon start talking down to him, if she isn't already. He will tire of her and move on. Count on it." Another commenter added, "Obviously, we don't know them personally, but it just seems like they're so different in their paths." She talked about him not making an effort and being the only one trying in the relationship. She'd ask him to change and nothing did. I really wonder, had she not have been pregnant, would they have reconciled? The problems they had before don't resolve when you add a kid to the mix. It only makes things harder. A third commenter said, "And yet, when he suggested they should have a date night every Friday night, she shot that down. To me, that was him trying. But now Liz says no. She wants it both ways. She wants him to do those things, but she also wants to be the one in control. Never gonna work." Anna Johnston is the underdog of the 7 Little Johnstons family. Over the years, viewers have seen her achieve a lot of things. Yet, she never was in her parents' Amber and Trent's good books. That's because her beliefs and opinions were a whole lot different from those of her strict parents. Due to this reason, they had a hard time getting along. Most fans know by now that Anna has fallen out with the rest of her family. They are no longer in talking terms. Many say that it has something to do with the former getting a new boyfriend and her parents not approving of him. But in the new posts, it seems like Anna is really done trying to get along with her family. She is now rebelling with her boyfriend. How is she doing so? All 7 Little Johnstons fans know how strict Amber and Trent can be. While raising their kids, they had super strict rules when it came to dating and the opposite gender. But the one person who never seemed on board with these norms was Anna. Later, she went on to finally get a boyfriend. That's exactly when she had a feud with her family, and people think it was because of her relationship. In the past few weeks, Anna has shared many posts talking about being done. She has shared many cryptic quotes urging everyone not to be afraid of losing people and to be afraid of losing yourself instead of trying to please them. Now, fans feel Anna is trying to find ways to spite her family. Her new Instagram story hinted at the same. Anna Johnston has achieved a lot at the age of 22. Not only is she a graduate, but she owns a jewelry business and a house too. Even after so many milestones, 7 Little Johnstons family found it fitting to discard her. No one really knows why, but they feel it's because of her new romance with her boyfriend. As mentioned above, Anna had tried making amends at first. Now, she has gone into a phase where she doesn't care. Anna may instead be looking for ways to upset her parents. In a new Instagram story, she was posing with her boyfriend. In it, he had grabbed one of her thighs, and the picture was definitely NSFW. Considering how conservative Trent and Amber have been with the rest of their kids' relationships, they knew they wouldn't approve of such actions. After all, the parents had a rule that their kids' partners weren't allowed to meet them with the doors of their rooms locked. What Anna is doing on her profile is up several notches, but no one knows what her agenda behind this is. Is this her way of spiting her parents? Is she doing it because their ignorance hurt her? Tell us in the comments. TLC viewers must know that 7 Little Johnstons families are among the most jovial members of their network. Even in their mundane lives, they would always have ways and celebrations to make things better. Alas, a heartbreaking tragedy struck in their family. That's because one of the members almost lost their life due to a fatal accident. That's not all. Viewers have pointed out how the Johnstons have been going through dark times. After all, a series of bad things have happened to them, one after the other. Even Emma Johnston had made a post about how they were trying to heal from some sickness. What are these things? What hardships are the Johnstons dealing with? This year has not been the best for 7 Little Johnstons. It began when there were instances on the internet about how the family had been ignoring Anna. She also gave details about this and how they didn't invite her to the Puerto Rico trip. Because of this, there are already strains in the family bond. Then, Emma Johnston also shared her 2 cents about this. Without explaining much, Emma mentioned that her family was going through a lot. At first, fans thought it must have something to do with their feud with Anna. But then the younger sister claimed there was some sickness in the family that wasn't going away. That's when viewers got even more curious. At last, Amber shared a devastating update about almost losing a family member. While the 7 Little Johnstons family often shows their happy side in front of social media, their recent post threw everyone off. With a heavy heart, Amber Johnston shared details about how her nephew almost lost his life during a road accident. Unfortunately, an SUV struck him and caused severe damage like aortic dissection, 14 broken ribs, cervical fracture, torn liver and spleen, orbital fracture, trimalleolar ankle fracture, and brain bleed. Yet, Amber mentioned how there was no brain damage. She also said that her nephew's dwarfism was the reason he was still alive. Apparently, his dwarfism chest anatomy did so. But the pictures the star had shared on her feed were too heartbreaking, with tons of tubes and pipes going within the dear family member as he was unconscious in the hospital bed. That's when 7 Little Johnstons fans deduced that the family truly is going through a devastating phase. It all began with strained bonds with Anna, and now the family is praying for their nephew's speedy recovery. Amber did say that they had kept the accident on the down low, as per their nephew's request. 7 Little Johnstons star Amber Johnston has opened up about a fatal accident of a family member in her latest post. She took to social media to reveal all the details about the heartbreaking moment. Over the years, the TLC star has featured several happy and sad moments of her life on TV. Amber and Trent's popular series became a staple for TLC fans. They have showcased their journey for back-to-back seasons on the show. The reality TV couple and their 5 children ruled their audience's hearts for almost a decade. They shared their experiences and challenges as a dwarf family. They also brought their extended families and friends on the show. However, Amber shocked everyone when she informed her followers about a fatal accident of her family member. Are Amber and Trent's kids okay? Keep reading to know the details. 7 Little Johnstons star Amber and Trent Johnston loves sharing the new updates of their family members on the show. The couple featured many highs and lows in their lives in season 14. TLC has just wrapped up the latest season of the series. The network featured Little Johnston's pregnancy journey on the show. Trent, Johnson, and all the other family members were happy to welcome the newest addition to the family. They showered Liz and baby Leighton with love and pampering. Previously, viewers demanded the network bring down the show because it became boring. However, Liz's pregnancy came as a breath of fresh air. Fans have been speculating that Jonah Johnston's wedding will feature in future seasons. 7 Little Johnstons star Amber Johnston faced many challenges in the family due to dwarfism. Recently, she revealed how dwarfism helped her family member save his life after a fatal accident. Recently, she uploaded a terrifying picture of her nephew on the official page of the series. In it, Trent was taking care of his nephew, covered in tubes and bandages all over his body. Amber revealed that the family members have been keeping the news under wraps since July 19th. However, the family has been sharing the news after her nephew's request. She shared that their close ones have been keeping the matter private due to his serious condition. Johnston shared that her nephew had a fender bender and stepped out of the car to check on the damage. Unfortunately, the boy was hit by an SUV when he was returning to his car. The reality TV celeb explained the multiple injuries her nephew faced, which included an aortic dissection, 14 broken ribs, and a cervical fracture. She said that the boy survived a torn liver and spleen, orbital fracture, and brain bleed. Fortunately, Trent and Amber's nephew is alive after all the injuries and complications. The show 7 Little Johnstons earned the reputation for being the most wholesome show ever. Everyone was fascinated after looking at Amber and Trent's wonderful life they had built for their 5 kids. But now everyone is an adult, out doing their own thing. But they never imagined that things will go grim in the family front, that it will cause distancing. Most viewers must know by now that Anna Johnston doesn't get along with the rest of her family members. They still remain confused about what went on between them. But there are many hints on the internet that hint about the same. Emma Johnston recently spoke up about the family feud, and fans were shocked by the way she was referring to her sister. Lots of 7 Little Johnstons fans already know the kind of warm bond the family shares. No matter how big or small the event, the Johnstons would always gather to celebrate. But fans already have a whiff about how all is not well. It's because all the family members had a falling out with Anna, but the exact reason behind it is still unknown. But it seems like Emma may have thrown light on this matter. She excitedly decided to do an Ask Anything session for her followers. But all they wanted to know was details about the feud. A while ago, Emma had mentioned how she was feeling quite sick, and a user wanted her to elaborate on it. While keeping things vague, Emma said the whole family was going through it all. Emma also said they were getting somewhat better, but ended her response with, "It doesn't want to go away from me." 7 Little Johnstons fans started thinking that she may be referring to her elder sister Anna. After all, they remember how the latter had made repeated attempts to talk to her sister on live sessions, but Emma very conveniently ignored her. Because of such hints and speculation, fans are sure Emma was referring to Anna as the person who may have been making everyone sick. They found it very disrespectful that the feud had intensified so much that Emma was referring to her sister in such a manner. It seems like Anna has also had enough of her family. 7 Little Johnston fans had seen how she had openly addressed the matter. She started off by saying how her family members didn't invite her to the Puerto Rico trip. But now, it looks like she has her mind set on parting ways. Anna once shared a quote on Instagram that said, "Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself from trying to please everyone around you."